I've been putting off writing this for a long time, partly because I'm embarrassed, partly because I still don't know who is really right or wrong here. But this has been eating at me for months, and maybe hearing other perspectives will help me figure out what to do next. I've been married for 9 years. I'll call my wife Emma. We met in college, lived together in a tiny rented apartment, counted every dollar, argued over stupid things, and made up just as quickly. We followed the classic path. First jobs, first real problems, a simple wedding because being together mattered more than appearances. 5 years ago, our son was born. At the time, it felt like the moment that truly sealed us as a family. I worked a lot, stayed late, took on extra projects. Emma stayed home with the baby, exhausted, overwhelmed, sometimes snapping, and I noticed. But I told myself this was normal. Everyone goes through this. The problems didn't start suddenly. There was no dramatic betrayal or explosive fight. It was more like a slow drifting apart. Conversations got shorter. Touches became rare. She grew quieter. I, in turn, spent more time on my phone instead of asking how she was really doing. One evening, I noticed she had deleted all our photos from social media. She didn't block me. She didn't post anything strange. She just removed them. When I asked, she said she didn't want to put her personal life online anymore. I believed her. Or, more honestly, I pretended to. A few weeks later, I saw a message on her phone by accident. I wasn't snooping. The phone lit up on the table, and I caught a glimpse of a name I didn't recognize. The message was short. I miss you. When can we talk properly again? My stomach dropped, but I said nothing. I convinced myself it was a coworker, or a friend, or something harmless. I wasn't ready for the conversation that might follow. The weeks after that were strange. I started noticing things I'd ignored before. She went out more often to take a walk. She dressed better, even to run errands. She smiled at her phone, a smile that disappeared the moment I entered the room. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore and asked her directly if everything between us was okay. She was quiet for a long time. Then she said she didn't know, that she felt lonely even when I was right next to her, that I was physically present, but emotionally somewhere else. That conversation lasted hours. No jidding, no acquiescence. Somehow, that made it hurt more. Near the end, she admitted there was someone else. Not a lover in the traditional sense. Someone she talked to, someone who listened, someone who had become her emotional support. She said she hadn't cheated physically. I still don't know if that's true, but in that moment, it didn't even matter. I felt replaced. She didn't ask for a divorce. She said she was confused, that she didn't know if she wanted to fight for our marriage or if it was already too late. Ironically, that was when I realized I wasn't ready to lose her. The months that followed were complicated. We tried to work on things. We went to counseling. We talked more than we had in years. But that third presence was always there between us, even when he wasn't physically around. I started doubting myself, replaying every argument, every moment I could have been more attentive but chose work or exhaustion instead. At the same time, resentment grew. I hadn't cheated. I was tired too. I believed we were a team. The hardest part was watching our son. He didn't know anything, but he felt the tension. He became quieter. He asked why his mom was sad, why we laughed together less. Now, we're still together. On paper, we live in the same apartment, share responsibilities, raise our child. But I don't know if this is real togetherness or just fear of change. I don't know if I'll ever fully trust her again. And I don't know if it's fair to demand that trust after being emotionally absent for so long. I'm torn between wanting to fight for my family and fearing that we're only delaying the inevitable. That's why I'm posting here. Do you think a relationship can truly recover after emotional infidelity? Or is it sometimes healthier to let go, even when there are still feelings? What would you do if you were in my place? Thank you for listening to this interesting story. Please support by subscribing to the channel.